In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to vectorize your Procreate artwork, and you get to keep all of your layers for a truly non-destructive workflow. I've listed my specs on screen, and you can grab the free color swatches in the video description. Let's get into it. In order to show you how this works, we're going to illustrate a lemon together. So the first thing we're going to do is paint our lemon. We're going to keep everything layered as we normally would. I am using the solid ink brush in my Ink Lovers brush set for this, but basically you want a solid brush so it doesn't have transparency in it. And you don't want too rough of edges unless you want to spend time cleaning those up or getting them exactly how you'd like them after they're vectorized. So I found this brush to work really well for that. I'm going to grab the darkest yellow color and we're just going to paint the base of our lemon. So I'm just going to do like an oval, drop the color in, and then I'll do the ends. So they're just like a little bit of a bump on each end. And then, so it's not super flat, we're going to add a little bit of texture on top. So let's label these two. This one's going to be lemon, create a brand new layer, grab the light yellow, and I'm just going to put some dots on it. And this is a light color. So it's something to keep in mind once we're vectorizing, because sometimes light colors don't vectorize as well as darker colors. So I want to show you how to handle that. Let's label this layer lemon texture. Now let's create our leaves. I'm going to create a brand new layer and drag it underneath the lemon layer. And the first leaf is going to be the darkest color. So it's the first one in the second row. And this one's going to kind of hang off of here. It might be helpful actually to turn off the lemon temporarily so we can make sure that end looks nice. I can turn it back on. I'm going to fill it with color. Let's give it a little bit of veining, and we're going to apply a clipping mask so I can show you how to handle that once we vectorize it as well. So create a brand new layer. I'm going to label this one dark green and then veining. So let's grab the second color on the second row, and I'm just going to draw a line straight through. Tap on that layer's thumbnail and choose clipping mask so it masks it inside of that leaf. And then we're going to put a leaf right above that one. So create a brand new layer right above it. This time we're going to use the third one on the second row. And we're going to put another leaf right here. It's kind of off at an angle, but overlapping that one. And I want to make sure that my ends look nice and clean. So I'll turn off the lemon and that looks pretty good. Drop color in. This will be light green. Create a brand new layer, label this one veining, and this one's going to be the lightest green color. So we got a bunch of different colors here. We've got two clipping masks. We've got a light color. Actually, the main lemon's kind of a light color too. So we've got a lot of different things that could be potentially problematic when you vectorize or scenarios that you may run into in the future. So I want to make sure you know what to do if you run into that. Let's apply a clipping mask to this, and we are good to go, except this last step will save you a ton of time once you're vectorizing. So I recommend putting it in. I'm going to create a brand new layer and label this one colors. And all I'm going to do on this layer is grab each color and paint a dot on the same layer. And this way I can color drop in Illustrator really, really fast. We've got our colors now, and we've got all of our elements on separate layers, and this is going to guarantee that we're working in a very non-destructive fashion where nothing gets permanently removed. We're going to retain all of our layers, all of our shapes once we're in Illustrator. And just to quickly note, the reason why we're using Illustrator instead of Affinity is Illustrator has features that Affinity just doesn't have right now when you are converting pixel artwork, which all Procreate artwork is pixel artwork. Whenever you're converting pixel-based artwork into vector artwork, we're going to be using the image trace feature for that. And I've got a few other tips that are Illustrator specific that I think will really help you out. It is time to get this from our iPad onto our computer. So in order to do that, we're going to come to the wrench. We're going to hit share, and down here where it says share layers, we're going to share PNG files. So tap on that. I'm going to airdrop them to my computer, but if you're a PC user, you could easily email them to yourself as well. So just tap on that, and I will meet you on my computer in Adobe Illustrator. We are in Adobe Illustrator, and if you have been on this channel for any length of time, you know I got my start with Illustrator, so it's kind of a strange moment I'm having. Once you are in Illustrator, we're going to bring in that artwork that we exported out of Procreate. In order to do that, we need to grab it from our downloads folder. So if you downloaded it out of an email, you just want to drag it into Illustrator. There's nothing fancy that you need to do here. Here's my downloads folder. These are the PNGs. They're not even named. So I'm just selecting them and I'm just going to drag them in, and that's it. That's all I have to do. And then if you just click in, they're all right here. Even though it looks like I've got one, they're all right here. I can move them around. So what I need to do is I need to locate the one with all the colors because I want that one to be separate. Here it is. Let me move this over here, and I'm going to reduce the size of this a little bit just so it's not as gigantic as everything else. And if I select everything else, you can see they've all got bounding boxes. That just tells you that it's pixel-based artwork. It's not vectorized yet. What we need to do is have these all aligned on top of each other. That way it comes out right. In order to do that with all these selected, all I did was click, drag my mouse to select everything. And then up here, if you don't have this showing up here, you can get to it by going Window, Control, and it'll pop up here. This is your alignment tools. So I'm going to hit this one, this horizontal align center, and then the vertical align center. Now they're all together, and I can just drag them on my artboard. Doesn't really matter what size artboard you're working with. I'm on an 8.5 by 11, that's RGB, but because vectorized artwork is infinitely rescalable, it does not matter what canvas size you're using right here. I'm gonna drag this one a little bit closer, and you may have noticed I'm working in a white workspace if you like having the white around like I do. I don't think that's how it is with Illustrator by default. So in order to do that, all you have to do is come up to Illustrator, go to Settings, and then User Interface. And then right here where it says Canvas Color, switch this to white, and it'll look the exact same as mine. Now that we've got all of that established, if we come to our Layers palette, you'll see everything is on one layer technically, but if we toggle this down, you can see they're all separated out onto sub-layers here. So here's all of our artwork in different places. So this is our color one at the bottom. I'm just clicking and dragging and I can highlight all of them at once. I'm gonna move this a little further over since our lemon was off the artboard, and I want you to be able to see everything. I'm gonna scale this down so everything fits right here. Okay. Let's begin vectorizing. I can start with any of these. I'm going to start with this leaf. So I'm going to turn off the visibility of everything else. And since we're seeing the leaf, it means it's on the top layer right here. So I'm just going to click and then drag. I can leave my colors on because they're not bothering anyone over there. And I can just select my leaf and then come up here to image trace and just click that and hit OK. And what we're going to do is come over to this little icon for more options. It gave you a default trace on what it thought it should look like. And I tend to have good luck if with the preset, especially with colored artwork, if I come to a 6 color photo right here, but don't leave it like that because we want to reduce the amount. This is one color, so then drag the color one down. And it's actually considering 2 colors, which is the white around it plus the color that it's on. So if I toggle this over and hit ignore color, and this will default to white, you want to have that on. And then you can adjust this trace, but this will be a more accurate trace this way. And if you don't love it, we can smooth some of the stuff out by just increasing or decreasing our paths, corners, and noise. And all of this is found underneath this little advanced option. So if you increase your paths, it's just going to be more true to how it was drawn. It'll make for a bit of a larger file size because you're adding points onto it. I usually like reducing my noise and increasing my paths and corners, and that looks good to me. So I'm just going to leave it, and then I can hit expand, and there we go. Our leaf is complete. So we're going to do the exact same thing for everything else. Now I can turn off the visibility of that one, turn on the next one, which is the veining for that leaf. So I can do the exact same thing, come to 6 colors, hit OK, toggle this down to 2, ignore color, so white is there, play around with our paths and corners. I'm going to do something similar to what I just did, and that's a lot cleaner looking. So what am I? I'm like 80 here, 80, and we'll call this one 5. So I don't have to keep doing this every single time. If I toggle this down, save a new preset, I'm just going to call this one lemon, and then hit OK. We are all set. So I can hit expand, and that's all done. So turn off the visibility, turn on the visibility of the next one. With this selected, just toggle this down and you should have, there's my lemon one right there, and just hit OK. and the same settings are immediately applied, 80, 85, and ignore colors on with the white, so I'm all good. I can hit expand, and now that one's done. So this makes it really fast, especially once you figure out the settings that you need for the artwork that you're tracing. Select lemon and expand. And what do we have? We have 2 left. Here's our lemon, our main lemon. And I want to make sure that the trace looks pretty accurate for these lighter color elements. And you can, even if you select something that's already established here with your preset, you can still adjust it. So I don't like how rough that looks, so I can reduce my noise, and maybe I want to reduce paths on this one to make it a little cleaner. Make sure you have your preview down here checked, and you can see your changes as you make them. That's much better. We're going to leave it at that, hit expand. Last one are the little details. Let's do our lemon again and see how these come out. Yeah, these are super rough, so we'll just reduce the paths way down, and that'll clean them up nice. All right, that looks good. Expand, and now we've got everything expanded. All right, now that we have everything vectorized, that was all there was to it. These are all vector now, which you see the bounding box is gone. So now we can reorder things because obviously the order was completely wrong on these. So first we need to have our lemon and our texture up at the top. So all I have to do is grab this and drag it up. Here were the details, and you can label these layers too. Because of time, I'm just gonna leave them. These 2 right here need to go above the other leaf, and the veining needs to go above that one. As you'll remember, we had clipping masks applied to these, so now we have to apply an Illustrator clipping mask. I actually think I want the lemon underneath this first leaf. I think that looks better. So because we're in Illustrator, clipping masks work a little bit different than they do in Procreate. They're actually a little bit harder in Illustrator, but it's nothing scary. So what you want to do is the shape that you're masking into. I need to take this veining and I need to mask it into this leaf shape. So in order to do that, I need to make a duplicate of this leaf shape. So in order to do that, Command-C or Control-C on a PC, and then we need to paste it exactly where it currently is. So I can deselect and then hit Shift Command or Shift Control V, and that will paste it in place. And now with it still selected, hold Shift and select the veining, and then hit Command 7 or Control 7 on a PC, and that's a shortcut for Apply Clipping Mask. You can also get to that by going Object, Clipping Mask, Make. So same thing. Let's do that again over here. So I've got this leaf. I'm going to make a copy, so Command-C or Control-C, deselect, Shift Command V or Shift Control V on a PC. That pastes that copy right on top. And then with this still selected, hold Shift and select the veining, and then Command 7 or Control 7 to make a clipping mask. And you'll notice that this veining is overlapping this leaf. All we have to do is select both of these and then Command Shift open bracket, or you can right click and do Arrange Send to Back. That's a keyboard shortcut for that. So there we go. And now everything is non-destructive because you can see if I hover over this, I still have access to these. And if I ever want to release the clipping mask, all I have to do is Option Command 7, and that releases the clipping mask. So I can remove the clipping mask whenever I want as well. That's definitely a bit more advanced, but if you just want to vectorize, you can keep it simply to doing the image trace and then just making sure the order of your layers is correct. So you'll remember that we saved our colors over here. So the colors are here if you ever want to change anything later on, experiment with the colors a little bit more, because then all you have to do is eyedropper them. Or if you don't like the way that Illustrator is tracing your colored elements, it will default to a black trace, which you saw at the beginning with the leaf. It ended up black. So I always like having a copy of my colors in case I experiment with different trace methods and things come out black. I can recolor it immediately. I don't have to look up the color builds for them. All I have to do is hit I on my keyboard, and then I can eyedropper them, and then I've got them immediately right here. So that can be a huge time saver. It's just one extra tiny step that can save you a lot of time, and then you've got more flexibility to play around if you want to later. So that is how to vectorize your Procreate artwork in a completely non-destructive manner, and we retain all of the layers. Nothing is flattened or merged together. We've got all separate elements here, which is perfect if you're working on logos or pattern design or stickers, or if you ever need anything that's infinitely rescalable, or if you have a client that's requesting it. Now you know how to do it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.